Well, good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Strongman Personal Finance. We have our daily stock market close live stream. And oh boy, do we have a lot of stuff going on today. We're going to check out earnings reports. We're going to check out the stock market moves of the day. And we're going to look through the top trending stories. And just for a good little summary, I went ahead and used AI to determine the top 5 stories of the day. The first one is Trump announces a framework deal on Greenland and calls off February tariffs on Europe. I wonder why the stock market went up. The U.S. stock market rebounded after the sharpest sell-off since October. Thank you, Taco Trump. Trump's Davos speech and Greenland rhetoric, which we watched this morning, and he got a little bit softer on Greenland. Okay, he basically ruled out force. You want to know why? Because there was never going to be a war with NATO. Number one, NATO would lose, and number two, we don't want to go and have conflicts with our fellow Europeans. Okay, that's not what we do here in America, unless they're Germans in 1945. Safe haven surge, volatility spike reversing. Uh-oh. Is silver and gold dumping? We'll see in a second when we check out Webull. And broader geopolitical trade war fears easing but lingering. Okay, let's go check out the stock market and see what's going on. We use our beautiful Webull here. Are we sharing? I'm always paranoid we're not. So the first thing we're going to look at is the stock market indices. And you may not like this, but I actually have international stocks on here too, okay? I know you guys are a bunch of U.S.-only fanatics because past performance. We look at many different indices. We like to see what's going on in the world. So we got the total international index ETF, VXUS, up 1.28% today. Pretty solid moves today. Pretty solid. The Vanguard Total World Index ETF, this is roughly 85% of my holdings, is up 1.41%. S&P 500 up 1.4%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average is up 1.41%. And funny enough, Trump said that this was going to go to 50,000 soon, and then it was going to double. I find it funny that Donald Trump referred to the stock market as the Dow Jones Industrial Average, which is 30 stocks that are price weighted, not even market capitalization weighted. 30 stocks that are price weighted. Very interesting index that we have here, okay? But the Dow Jones is flirting with 50,000. And according to Donald Trump, that could go to 100,000. If the Dow Jones went to 100,000, I would be a millionaire, okay? But it still wouldn't be good enough for some people. All right, the total U.S. market is up 1.47%, 1.48% as of 3/12. China, my favorite little commies, are up 1.69%. Large tech is up even more than the general stock market, up 1.82%. And small caps are also ripping a little bit, up 1.87%. Small caps have they've been doing pretty good recently, okay? Kind of catching up a little bit. They've been kind of a laggard for a while. You know, we kept hearing about the imminent small cap explosion, and it just never seemed to happen, but they seem to be rallying pretty well since the Taco Trump tariff bottom back during Liberation Day. So pretty solid green day in the stock market. I know my portfolio is probably up like, I don't know, $10,000 today. I'm so rich, bro. Buy my course. All right, so that's the indices. Let's go ahead and check out cryptocurrency. Trump coin is actually flat on the day. That's interesting. You know, Trump is our God Emperor. How is Trump coin down 90% since it was released? I don't know why. Bitcoin's basically flat, trading at 89,000. You would think Bitcoin would move more, right? It's supposed to be like more volatile than the market as a whole, right? So if the market goes up, you would expect Bitcoin to go up more. Has a higher beta, right? It's barely moved. Okay, it's at 89,000. It's up 0.53% on the day. Shiba Inu, I don't even know why we're looking at this, but Shiba Inu is just a joke. It was supposed to replace Dogecoin. It clearly failed, and that's not a very ambitious goal to take one clown coin and replace it with another clown coin. Ethereum's up almost 2%, So it's actually beating Bitcoin on the day, trading at 3,027. Dogecoin up 1.8%. It's trading at 12 cents, almost 13 cents. Wow. Cardano up 1.81%. MicroStrategy up 2.42%. Now, I fully expect MicroStrategy to implode massively at some point. It's already started the process. It's a literal Ponzi scheme. I would never invest in this company. Anybody that seriously invests in this company as a long-term investment is mentally ill. There's something wrong with you. If you want to trade it, you go right ahead. I'm not really into trading personally. I think it's degenerate. But, it's up a little bit today. So I guess, whoever bought the dip down here at 157 is an absolute genius. Solana's up 2.48%, but it's been basically trading sideways. A lot of volatility, but it's basically traded sideways since early 2024. XRP up 2.8%, also been trading sideways since about 2024. And Bitmine Immersion, my favorite company of all time. I just absolutely love this company. This is the Ethereum treasury company under the tutelage and genius of Tom Lee, up 2.78%. So crypto's in the green, but there's no explosive rally. You actually would have done better in the stock market today and in the long run too. So green day for the indices, green day for crypto. Let's check out large tech. So the biggest loser today is Netflix. They're down 2.9%, which they actually pretty much recovered from that pretty significant plunge after hours when they released their earnings. And I didn't think their earnings were that bad, but what do I know? I'm just a dude that has no job, and I'm an unemployed loser with zero skills. So what would I know about Netflix, okay? Netflix has sold off pretty significantly from its high of 132 back in June of 2025. But overall, if you had bought the dip on Netflix when it initially collapsed, you still would have made a lot of money. Microsoft's down 2%. It's actually been selling off as well over the last couple of months, but not a major collapse. Amazon flat on the day. And our biggest winner today, our biggest winners are NVIDIA and Tesla. So NVIDIA's all-time high was 202 a share. They're currently at 184 a share. They're pretty close to all-time highs. Tesla down, it's up today, 3.6%. Currently trading at 434 a share. All-time highs, 481. So if you bought Tesla, I guess you're just a genius. Googly Moogly flirting with all-time highs again. It's currently trading at 329.62. All-time highs were 330.34. Meta Majetta's up a little bit. It's been trading sideways roughly since the beginning of 2025, but shocker. And Apple's up. So pretty decent day for large cap tech. The only losers today are Microsoft and Netflix. The YouTuber stocks. Okay, what's going on with the YouTuber stocks? The biggest winner today is High Tide, up almost 2%. I believe this is a Jack Jackson company. It went parabolic during the cloud market, utterly collapsed, and then it slowly moved up into the right over time. I don't know much about the company, to be honest. PayPal is almost flirting with all-time lows, okay? At least in the last 5 or 6 years. PayPal had a great run during the cloud market, and then it just utterly imploded, and we're now trading at $56. It's up 2% today, but we're trading at $56. And recent lows, the lowest low of the past 5 years looked like it was at $50.27. So if you had bought the bottom back in October of 2023, you'd be up, 10% maybe? Okay. Robinhood, it's sold off a little bit over the last couple of months, but it's up a little bit today. Dave My Rave trading at 185. It's kind of traded sideways for a while. Ever since about mid-year 2025, it's just kind of chopped back and forth. Maybe that'll change. SoFi by BlowFi up 0.27%. Duolingo, are we going to bottom break Are we consolidating, bro? Am I reading the chart correctly? Is this the moving average here? Okay, the moving average is still pointing down, so I don't know about that. All right, Dutch Bros is down a little bit, 0.46%. I like that company. Palantir, I think this is a massive bubble. It's down 1.2%. It's trading at 166, down from an all-time high of $200.47. We got Grab down 2%. Okay. Rocket Lab down 2%. A little bit of a sell-off, but it still had a crazy rally. So a lot of YouTuber stocks are trading a little bit off their all-time highs, but they haven't collapsed yet at all. All right. Commodities. Oh, boy. Now we're going to have Gil in the comments here. Okay, look at this. He's such a genius now. So silver is trading at 83.13. I believe that's per ounce. And it's down 2.6% on the day, but it's still flirting with all-time highs. I mean, I guess you could claim victory on your short, bro. Congratulations, you're a genius. It's sold off 2% in one day. Gold's still going strong, flirting with all-time highs. Okay, gold's at 440, or GLD ETF's at 441. I believe that's correlated to the price per ounce. I think if you move the decimal over once, that would be a price of an ounce of gold. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's correlated to the price of a gold ounce. And then oil's up 1.88%. All right, let's look at Gil stocks. Whoa, Gil, look at you. Up 5.5% on ZSL. I guess I'm just a fraud. I mean, look at that chart, guys. Look at that chart. You see that huge vertical line that Gil just got? United Healthcare is up 2.47%. Had a huge collapse due to all the drama and scandals and Luigi Mangina back in earlier in 2025. But, it's starting to recover a little bit. I don't think United Healthcare is going anywhere personally, but I do not have a position in it except in VT. And then, of course, he's shorting Dave, so I guess he's down on his Dave short a little bit. So, overall, a pretty solid day in the market. Looks like U.S. market, looks like it's selling off a little bit. I mean, it's still up about 1.3%, but the gains are pairing ever so slightly as we approach the close at 4 o'clock. All right, let's do some member-only comments, and then we're going to go check out a list of earnings, because there are earnings today. If you have a special request, you can either super chat me $10 or Venmo me $9 if you want me to talk about any specific talk or stock. Oh boy, Alan Carlson. Internet Warrior becomes a YouTube member. Welcome, good sir. You wore that shirt yesterday. Okay, Alan starts off strong. Always starts off strong with a positive comment. Canceled all my subscriptions to see the dawn. Good. You better stop eating food, bro. Stop eating food. Just starve, bro. Whatever you have to do to sign up for my membership, okay? Julius Caesar's getting a lie. He's getting a lie. It's crazy how Trump manages to just keep doing the same pattern, LOL. Oh, he totally tacoed. We'll go check out the news in a second after we read after we look at what's on deck for earnings at the close. Good to see you, strong man. What's up, dude? Would you short MicroStrategy? I would never do that. I don't short. I never short. I don't see the need to short. I think it's too risky, personally. You don't need to short, people. I know that sounds like a crazy concept. You don't need to bet against the stock. You can just not buy it, or you can buy it. That's an option. You can just be in cash, or you can be invested. You do not have to short. You do not have to trade options. You do not have to trade futures. You do not have to do sports betting. None of that is a requirement. There's a Gil hater in the chat. Can we ban? How could you possibly hate Gil? Ryu Pay Pigs. What's up, Wesley? Steps is my says, good thing I bought those stocks yesterday and sold some treasuries. I knew my boy Trump wouldn't hold out long with the midterms. We need a Stepsis tracker on my beautiful trading record. Oh, man. Everybody's going to have a tracker now. I just shorted Tesla. I made a small profit. Good luck. Chart reading, step 1. Step 2, draw technical analysis dinosaurs. Step 3, profit. Yeah, my returns have massively increased ever since I Downloaded Webull. I'm just like an investing genius now. VT plunging upwards. That's impossible. VT never goes up. Are you crazy? You can't. VT always underperforms inflation because inflation is the VT's total returns plus 0.01%. That is inflation. That's how it works. If Jeremy's claiming he bought the bottom of PayPal, I've already sent receipts of that dude to Strongman on what his average cost basis used to be. I know how he manipulates his cost basis. He just sells higher share lots. So if he's averaging down, let's say he buys at 80, 60, and 55. What he'll do is he'll sell the share lots at 80 and 60, so it only shows the share lots at 50. And if the stock recovers, it makes it seem like his percentage gain is higher. That's what he does. I've seen him do it. Oh, we're fluffing Gil because of a 2% move. Yeah. See, Strongman has pretty solid lifetime total returns. I get zero credit, Somebody does a degenerate short and makes 2% in a day, and they're just fluffed endlessly. AMD Sky. I need to add like a chip semiconductor thing. Let's go look at AMD. AMD. I guess we could add. I'm just going to add AMD to large cap tech. You don't like that? Sue me. Woo! Sorry for that noise. AMD's up 7.84%. Why is AMD up so massively? Is there any news? Chip makers gain after Trump calls off European tariffs. I guess it just went up because of the tariffs, bro. I don't know. That's the only news I could see. So yeah, AMD's rocketing 7.68%. I'm sure Jeremy. All right, let's do a couple more member-only comments, and then we will go see who's reporting earnings. Taco with cheese. Oh, we're going to read Trump's Truth Social post. Luigi Mangina. I was down 1.97% yesterday, and now I'm up 3%. Congratulations. Can I have a freebie? There's no freebies here. I need money, okay? I'm a full-time YouTuber. I do nothing else, according to my audience. So I'm just desperate. We are printing Ryu. Oh, Daddy will sell again at the end of next year if we have another turbo rally through the end of the year. Ryu. AMD, NVIDIA, and Intel are winners today. I'll add like a chips, semiconductors tracker to that. All right, so let's see the main reason why the market is supposedly ripping up, okay? So I have this on bookmark. Trump's Truth Social. I have it on bookmark. I got this whole list of links that I pull up for every market open and market close. Donald J. Trump at Real Donald Trump. Based on a very productive meeting that I have had with the Secretary General of NATO, Mark Rutte, we have formed the framework of a future deal with respect to Greenland and, in fact, the entire Arctic region. The solution, if consummated, interesting word there, consummated, will be a great one for the United States of America and all NATO nations. Based upon this understanding, I will not be imposing the tariffs that were scheduled to go into effect on February 1st. Man, I'm so shocked that this happened. I can't believe that Trump backed down on his tariffs. I'm shaking in surprise. I'm having a panic attack right now. Additional discussions are being held concerning the Golden Dome as it pertains to Greenland. Further information will be made available as discussions progress. Vice President Vance, Secretary of State Little Marco, Special Envoy Stephen Witkoff, Jerkoff, and various others as needed will be responsible for the negotiations. They will report directly to me. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Okay? Oh, look at this nice quote by Bia Weiss. I'm praying for you, Donald Trump. I'm praying for you too, God Emperor. All right, let's go check and see if he posted anything else. All right, so he just posted that. Okay, he talks about Biden. I don't know what this is. I guess he hasn't been posting on True Social a lot. So I guess that's why the market's ripping. The tariffs are magically going away. I can't believe it. All right, let's see what's on deck for earnings. Okay, if you want me to talk about any of these specifically, $10 super chat or $9 Venmo. You don't like that? Shut your mouth. All right, so earnings at the close. Let's see. Kinder Morgan reports after the bell today. Pinnacle Financial Partners, Khaki International. I've heard of that company. I knew somebody that worked there. Knight Transportation, RLI Corp, Fulton Financial Corp, FB Financial Corp, Bank of California. Can we short that? I'd short that. I hate California. Okay, so not very many exciting companies reporting after the bell today. Eagle Bank Corp, Plubus Bank Corp. I haven't heard of any of these. Union Bank Shares, market cap of 110 million. Yeah. So the big daddies that reported today, like we covered earlier this morning, are, let's go back again. Johnson & Johnson reported today. Boring. Charles Schwab, boring. Prologis, REIT, boring. And then a couple other companies that I've vaguely heard of. So nothing exciting today. What about tomorrow? Tomorrow, we got Procter & Gamble, GE Aerospace, Intel. That'll be one. Abbott Labs. Let's see. Anything exciting? Everybody likes the big tech earnings. That's what's fun, bro. Let's see. Nothing. Who is calling me? God. I get so many freaking spam calls. Would you like a job? Would you like to get $25 an hour with no benefits? No, I don't. Or it could be a potential tax client. But I got so many spam calls, I don't even want to answer my freaking phone anymore. That's how bad it's gotten. All right, so nothing really exciting on Thursday. Friday, Booz Allen, Moog. Wow. Nothing cool. Saturday. Anything reporting on Saturday? Nope. All right. So, if you want me to cover any of these, I can. Obviously, $10 super chat, $9 Venmo, but that's not very exciting. All right. We got 29 minutes till the close. Let's see if there's any more member-only comments. Let's see. AMD, NVIDIA, and Intel are winners today. Hold on. Let's see what this voicemail is. Oh, it's the pharmacy. The pharmacy called me. I got to get my disease drugs. I'm just kidding. Okay. No Scandinavian tariffs, bro. I know. The day is saved. Thank you, Donald Trump. Just got to the gym. We'll check in periodically. Is Gil actually not on a stream? I'm shocked. The amount of hate I get from him, and then he's always on my streams. I can't believe it. Steve Witkoff is so arrogant. He said that Denmark selling off $100 million in U.S. bonds was as irrelevant as they are. I mean, it's just true. Okay? Hold on a minute. What are the total foreign holdings of U.S. Treasuries as of today? Let's see. Let's see if Google AI is close. The total foreign holdings of U.S. Treasuries reached a record high of $9.36 trillion. Okay, so a pension fund or something sold off $100 million out of $9.36 trillion. That doesn't matter. Just being honest. Yeah, maybe he was arrogant when he said it, but he's right. It's immaterial. That's what we call immaterial in accounting. Okay. Gil is getting his swole on. Yeah, his midsection's getting swole. Thinking about me. A couple of days ago, Witkoff was like, your retired parents probably own 11 to 12 houses. LOL. So out of touch. Oh, yeah. Everybody owns 11 to 12 houses, bro. Trump just got done with CNBC interview. Well, maybe we'll cover that later. Tomorrow, probably some news from the Middle East, and here we go again. Algos will find it was to short Gill again. He. Trump always acts to help Gill. I'm telling you, it's way. All right, let's read some of the news, and then we will get on to watching the stocks close for the end of the day. All right, so the first major trending news is Trump announces framework deal on Greenland, calls off February tariffs. We saw his True Social post. President Trump, speaking at Davos, stated a framework of a future deal with NATO on Greenland has been reached, leading him to cancel planned 10% tariffs on 8 European NATO countries. He emphasized no use of excessive force, while still pushing for the U.S. acquisition control of Greenland for Arctic security and resources. Just sell it. $700 billion. I don't know what I would do with. I mean, obviously, I would never get that much money. Even with the $1 billion, I don't know what I would do. I guess I'd just do this just to have something to do. Or I'd max out my RuneScape account. So Trump's taco sharply reversed Trump's sharp sell-off, sparking immediate market relief. Social media exploded with reactions calling it a deal or deflection, with many viewing it as de-escalation theater. I mean, I didn't. The market wasn't selling off so bad that there even needed to be a taco, just being perfectly honest. Now, back during Liberation Day, yeah, he kind of screwed up there. Let's just be honest, okay? Stocks were getting annihilated during Liberation Day. I wish I was doing streams during that day just so I could see live the markets collapse during his freaking Liberation Day speech. But this was not Liberation Day level collapse. All right, so U.S. stock market rebound. Yes, we know stocks are going up. We just looked. Trump's Davos speech and Greenland rhetoric shift. In his World Economic Forum address, which we watched this morning, Trump doubled down on wanting Greenland, citing defense needs, minerals, and Arctic dominance. And didn't he say that the minerals are under like hundreds of feet of ice, so it's really not about the minerals? I don't know if that's true, but he made it seem like it was mostly about defense and security and not about minerals. I don't know if that's true, but that's what he said. This contrasted earlier with aggressive language, calming transatlantic fears, and averting immediate EU retaliation. Ooh. Social media mixes skepticism with support from figures like Lindsey Graham. Lindsey Graham is offering support? Shocker.
Yes, my king.
Safe haven surge and volatility spike reverse. Gold hit fresh records of 4,800 an ounce, while the VIX topped 20 before pulling back. Bitcoin and risk assets dipped below key levels but rebounded. I mean, it really hasn't rallied at all. You'd think it would go up more. Broader geopolitical trade war fears easing but lingering. Beyond Greenland, chatter touches Venezuela, Maduro instability, Iran-Israel tensions, and Syria shifts. Yeah, so basically, Greenland is the big topic. Let's see if there's any news in the last hour. Give me any top trending market and geopolitical news in the last hour. Let's go, Grok. Don't fail me. Okay, I think that's probably the main news. It's just Greenland. Okie dokie. All right. We got 22 minutes till the close. 22 minutes. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see. Member only comments. Okay, we covered that one. Let's see. Ondas. Dan Weston had a Cortical spike earlier and was claiming my silver is getting destroyed. Not obese, man. Can you please pull up the silver chart? Gil, look, you got to super chat me, man, okay? You keep insulting me You keep calling me fat. You call me all these rude names. You constantly henpeck me. You never come on and debate me like a bussy. You're gonna have to start paying more money there, Bucko. I'm thinking about creating a Gil only tier for membership. And if you don't pay for that tier, I don't read your comments. I'm starting to get to that point, Gil. I'm starting to get there, okay? You better watch how you talk to me, boy. Oh, no, I sold all my stocks yesterday. I panic sold yesterday, guys. I completely crapped my pants. My VT lot since Liberation Day, probably over 40%. Yeah, pretty good. I'm waiting for a huge crash before I start buying again. Or, I mean, let me correct what I just said. In the near term, if there is a huge crash, I would potentially consider buying in again. Right now, I'm just hoarding treasuries because I'm self-employed. In the future, when I get my income back, then I'll just do a consistent dollar cost average like I've always done. But right now, I'm kind of sitting tight on cash. But I've got tax retainers starting to flood in, looking pretty good. I got a big client I might close that'll pay a pretty hefty amount. We'll see. And Daddy might be real good this tax season. Second day as a streamer, how you feeling so far? I feel good. I think I've got my routine down. I think I've got my schedule down. I've been working out every day. Seems to be going pretty well. I've been living frugally. I went to the store today, and instead of getting more expensive energy drinks, I went to Dollar Tree, and I got low-carb Rockstar energy drinks for $1.25 a piece. So I'm being frugal with that, and it feels pretty good. Feels pretty good. Gil has super chatted a lot. I don't owe that clown anything. And Gil was supposed to pay. Gil wants to know my BMI, but he's got to super chat me, or he's got to Venmo me $9. But of course, he won't do it. All talk. He's like, "Oh, my super chat button's broken, bro." Are you sure about that? CNN ran a 30-minute segment about Trump crashing the Dow Jones 800 points yesterday. You think they will run a story today? No, they only run bad stories. Look, Trump is right about the media. They are 100% biased. They are 100% liars and degenerates. The media is insanely biased. And people are wondering, why is Trump going so crazy? Why is he so erratic and so aggressive? Imagine if the entire media was constantly attacking you, hammering you over and over and over again, nonstop for years. Yeah, I can see why Trump went a little bit crazy, okay? I understand it. And he cares a lot about the media. So if you see the media just constantly lying about you or just saying half-truths, because they're very manipulative. They are very manipulative. That's why I don't watch the news. I mean, I'll watch like Trump's speech, or maybe I'll browse like Google News or something. But no, I don't watch CNN. I don't watch Fox News. I don't watch MSNBC or whatever they freaking call themselves now. It's all slop. It's all manipulation. All of it. Do not watch the news. It's fake. He is right about that. Strawman strikes me as 5'10 and a half. That is, yeah, exactly. You clowns notice how when Strongman realized I can make over $20K a month on my games that I never made, according to Dan Weston, which is defamation. Strongman thinks of the guilty. Gil, you're a coward. You are a coward. You are not a man. You do not face other men face to face. The hallmark of a man is that he stands tall and proud and he speaks the truth. And if he has a conflict with somebody, he addresses it to another man face to face. That is a hallmark of masculinity. Hiding in the comments is chick tier drama nonsense 101. You are a chick. You are not a man. You are a coward and a bussy. It's just a fact, okay? Yes, Gil. I so desperately need your money. What would I do without Gil? I sold everything at the start of the tariffs war. Really? You did? Because he knows I'm not a brokey like some of the clowns. Bah ha ha ha. You're right, Gil. Strongman, you've got at least 25 years of VT accumulation. I wish I had so much time. I just started young, man. I wasn't trading stocks. I was just putting money into my Army retirement plan. That's literally all I did. And then I had like a Vanguard account I would like throw money into occasionally. That's literally all I did. And if you do that consistently over time and you save a lot of money, you don't have to beat the market. You can just buy the market. Your savings rate is more important. I'm doing pretty well just from saving. Yeah, it's not hard, people. You have to have patience. I can't drink Rockstar. They're not bad. They're not bad. Alan, how's it going, brother? CNN or Fox News? I don't watch any of it. Gil, send in your portfolio to Strongman. I ain't claiming I am rich, but I did show him I have over 100K in treasuries on sidelines, plus investments. We love to see what our boy Gil is in long term. Gil, I want to see your life. I want to see your brokerage account and your total returns. I will review your portfolio. I'm not going to make buy and sell recommendations, but I will review your portfolio for $45. $45. Okay. I just want to see what you got. I want to see your returns. Just be honest, bro. Don't hide. His UNH position at silver did great today. Somebody says colonizers are crumbling. Colonizers. Are you a communist? Hi, Gil. Good to see you. Someone says, once you get liquid assets of $2 million, just use interest income as your income. It depends on interest rates, dude. No one believes anything you say, Gil. Stop reading Gil's comments. LOL. I'm going to create a Gil tier, okay? Nobody else has to sign up for it. I'm going to create a Gil tier. So I'm going to give Gil, I'm going to let him finish his membership, and then there's going to be a $30 Gil tier, and he has to pay it. Otherwise, I just don't read his comments. That's just how it is, okay? You want to constantly troll me? You're going to have to pay me a lot of money. Actually, I'll name it like troll clown tier. So if I notice that you're like actively trolling, but you have a membership, you got to pay me a lot of money. I think that's an elegant solution. Okay, so I still get to grift them, and if they're so dedicated to trolling me, then they got to pay more for it. So, do you realize you're a lol cow? There's a whole subreddit. Oh, yeah, there's a whole subreddit about me, bro. Yeah. I wish there was a subreddit about me. I'd be more popular. He will report your portfolio like a boss. That's right. Love to see you doing these live streams. Thank you. I think they're pretty fun. I enjoy them. Alan. Stay Gil. I believe you. Alan and Gil are cooked. LOL. I think they'll pay it too. Because they know they're trolling. They know they're trolling. I know you'd be thrown in with me. We are too. Yeah, you're such a Chad. Just constantly gaslighting. Such a Chad, bro. It's totally not feminine at all. What's up, dude? I'll watch you instead of Amit today. Thank you very much. Maybe I'll watch Amit to see what he does. I mean, I don't even know what's appealing about the guy. I mean, he's a good blabbermouth. I get it. He knows how to blab. But he's a clown. He was literally shilling Misty. If you're shilling Misty, you are automatically a fraud in my book. That's what happens when you try to help. Oh, yeah, you've been so helpful, bro. I will never pay $30. Oh, man, that's unfortunate. Well, I guess your comments won't be read anymore. Market open and market close is going to help the algo. I agree. I'm rebuilding this channel. The growth definitely died off a little bit because I wasn't posting as much. And when I was posting, it wasn't videos that I was more known for. So we are starting from scratch here. Amit is a clown. It's not worth it. That's zero. Too bad then. Most of your commenters are trolls. Dude, Alan and Gil, I've never seen more dedicated trolls in my life. They are like every live stream, they're in the comments, constantly nitpicking at everything. It's like it's shocking. I watch him anyway. I mean, he can be entertaining, I guess, because he's a blabbermouth, but he's a clown. He's just a clown. Amit has ADHD and shows all the different charts. Our ADHD brains like that, and that's what it is. That could be it. Honestly, charts don't appeal to me. I mean, like, obviously we go in Webull and we look at what the market's doing, but just like staring at a chart, like, what's the value in that? What's the value in just staring at the same chart? Oh, the candle. Oh! For somebody that owns VT, I just don't care about the candles, you know? If you're going to ban trolls, there goes half. You remember, oh, well, I guess I'll do without. 80 live viewers is good. Just keep it up. That's not bad. Not bad. You even talk about me when I'm not here. Alan, wow. He's Gil and Alan making my day. I have a significant amount of influence. At least wear a plain shirt so people can't tell. Oh, okay, Gil, yeah. Any other comments? I know, Gil, Strawman doesn't watch his clothes appropriately. Apparently, Strongman didn't want to bring up the debate conditions. I don't know why. Look, Gil is a coward, okay? He is a coward. Look at his actions. Don't look at his words. Look at his actions. See, I'm the man on the stage here. I'm putting myself out there. I've started my own tax business. My portfolio's probably $600-something thousand. You know, I'm self-employed. I'm a homeowner. But I'm the loser, apparently. I'm the total brokey, bald, fat failure, apparently. Right? That's how internet gaslighting works. Gil, why you scared? You'll annihilate him, dude. Yeah, bro. I hear you on the candles. I know. Well, I guess we'll go look at candles in a few minutes because it's almost 4 o'clock. At the start of the debate, will you make a public apology? Look at me eye to eye, Bussy. I'm convinced Alan and Gil are two halves of this. It's crazy, dude. VT has the world's largest candle. It better be. It's the world index. I like me, Kevin, because he is such a salesperson, even though I don't. He's very good. He's good at summarizing news. He is good at that. Now, is the opinion that he gives good? I don't think so. Should you listen to him for investing advice? No, you should not. But he's very eloquent. He knows how to talk. He's charismatic. He's good at summarizing the news. I can see why people watch me, Kevin. If I had to choose between Meet Kevin and Amit, I would watch Meet Kevin, personally. Banning douchebags like Gil and Allen will improve. No, they're going in the $30 tier. Don't worry. Don't you worry. I make more money, and yeah, I make more money. Put the market charts behind you so when you talk, people can see the vertical lines. Yeah, I got to find a way to pull up comments, but also have the charts up. I don't have enough time to watch anyone but Strongman anymore. I wish I could help Strongman with the foo-foo content, but he is so hard to watch. Exactly. I would cover Jeremy, but I just can't watch his videos. That's what I told him. All right, Dan and Gil are going at it. All right, let's go check out the market before it closes. And then we will get out of here. And then maybe I'll do my e-begging stream. So the e-begging stream, if I do it, it's going to be early because I have 2 tax consultations tonight, starting at 7. And then I'm meeting a buddy for drinks at 8:15. And they're going to be cheap drinks, of course. All right, so we're still going strong. The biggest underperformer today is shockingly the total international. The total international is up 1.15%. 7 minutes out to the close. Oh, Vu just dropped. So VU and VXUS are head and head right now. Okay. Dow Jones is trading at 1.21% up. VT 1.21%. I mean, look at this chart. Okay. Look at this chart. That is a total return chart, people. This is called total returns. I know it's a difficult concept. QQQ, the triple Qs are up 1.33%. China slightly beating QQQ. And small caps, good day today, 1.93%. Oh, let's look at the candles, guys. Or let's look at the lot. Is this buying volume? What is this? Oh, we got a little bit of buying volume, but it's kind of decelerating into the close today. Okay, a little bit of buying volume. The biggest buying volume was back at the bottom of Liberation Day. Oh, look at the candles, bro. So everything's up 1% at least when it comes to the indices. Let's look at Crapto here. All right, Bitmine Immersion, the winner, the clear winner of today after still selling off massively. I mean, this thing has just had awful returns. I don't know why you would buy a crypto treasury company. And from a tax preparer's perspective, buy crypto in a brokerage. Do not buy it on the wallet. Please. Please. You will have to hire a CPA. I guarantee it, because you don't know what you're doing. You're going to lose your cost basis. Stop buying crypto in wallets and then transferring it around. Buy it in a brokerage. I'm actually saving you money. And if you don't listen to me, then I can do your taxes for a significant fee. All right, so all the cryptos are up, except Trump coin's trading flat. I can't wait till that goes to zero. Biggest winner today is XRP, up 3.12%. Solana, close second at 2.26%, 2.62% up. MicroStrategy, finally going up slightly, trading at 163. Cardano, complete disaster. And then, of course, Ethereum, up 1.76%. Bitcoin's been trading flat, man. This doesn't portend well for Bitcoin. It's supposed to be a big green day. Bitcoin's supposed to be up like 4%, bro. What's going on with Bitcoin? All this freaking buying by Michael Saylor. Let's see if there's any news. Okay. The math behind Strategy's 3.38 Bitcoin, 3.38 billion Bitcoin purchases that MicroStrategy holders missed. It's not even moving. It's barely moving Bitcoin. I think the Ponzi scheme is coming to an end. We'll see. All right. Large cap tech. Netflix is almost broken even since their earnings. I mean, I didn't understand why they sold off 10%. So they're only down 2.2% on the day. Microsoft, biggest loser of the large cap techs today, down 2.36%. But I think Microsoft's going to be fine. Biggest winner today is AMD. Jeremy's such a genius, trading at 249, flirting with all-time highs. The last all-time high was 256 and 12 cents. It's currently at 249.79. Up 7.7 or 7.66%. NVIDIA up 3% today, trading at 183 into the close. Tesla's up. I don't know why, but it is. Google, being the Chad self that it is, about $2 from all-time highs, trading at 328. I mean, look at that chart, man. Woo! I mean, I was thinking to myself like a year ago, I'm like, if I was to buy any of the Mag 7, what would it be? And I would probably go, the Google was probably the first one on my mind. But alas, I didn't buy it except through VT. So it doesn't count. All right. So large cap tech's up except for Netflix down 2% and Microsoft down 2.3%. Nothing crazy there. Bonds. Oh, we got the bond ETFs going up. Seems like some yields are going down. I wonder if they have a treasury yield thing. Okay. The U.S. 30 years now trading at 4.873%. That's a slight drop. I thought they had a yield thing on here. Oh, well, I guess I'll have to find that later. I would like to watch like treasury yields every day, but I don't know. All right, we got a minute to the close. Let's watch. Let's just stare at the indices. See who comes out the winner. It looks like IWM. Small caps are the winner for today. Woo! I'm just gonna stare. We got 1 minute left. No, we got let's do a countdown once it gets to 10. Oh. 20 seconds left. Come on. Oh my God. 15 seconds. All right, ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow, that was so anticlimactic. All right, so solid day for Long Dong and anybody else. Yep, looks like gold and silver are slightly pairing off after hours, but not the implosion that I think a lot of people were expecting, or certain people in the comments. All right, so that was the market today. Pretty good day in the markets. Pretty good day. All right, we'll finish up with some member-only comments, and then we'll probably get out of here. You guys like when I start at 3:30, or should I start at 3? I might start at 3. I think I'll start at 3. I'll cover the news. We'll look at the market, member-only comments, and then I can close shop like shortly after the market closes. Because like if I start at 3:30, okay, the market's closed at 4. And then if I want to do an hour stream, there's some time to burn. So I think I'm going to start doing start market close at 3 o'clock. Dan Weston at the start. Will you make a public apology and admit you were wrong and defaming me on behalf of the game? And look me in the face. You'll have to accept Strongman's word on it. I'll debate if I can show it to you. Gil, you're not going to debate. I just don't believe you. I'm just being perfectly honest here. Okay. Yep. Gil's shilling his silver short. Do your e-begging at 10:30. I am not doing that again. I'm going out and I'm having some apple juice after my tax consultations. So I'm probably going to start the e-beg stream at 5:30, and then I'll cut it off right before my tax consultations. And hey, maybe somebody will cancel their tax consultation. Thank you, Poppy. 5 minutes till close. Don't miss it. I didn't miss it. I need to have like an alarm clock, or like, something to remind me when it's 5 minutes out, so I can just go stare at the market. Then we can do the countdown. One of my neighbors is in my yard right now. Can I help you? She's like in her early 30s. She's married though. What? Oh yeah, her daughter. Okay, so one day I'm sitting downstairs, right? I'm just sitting downstairs in my house. And I look out my back door window. And when you look out your back door window, I can see my gate. And there's a little slit in the gate where you can see like out into like beyond the backyard, right? And I look at this slit and I see an eyeball. Somebody was watching me through my gate. And I'm like, who's watching me? And then I saw like a little streak of blonde hair, and I'm like, oh, that's like the neighbor's daughter. And she's young. I'm like, what? Stop staring at my house. Because sometimes I walk around in my undies, I'm like, what are you trying to see here? That's funny. Strong man, how dare you use Webull when I'm short bull? Yeah, honestly, I don't disagree with shorting bull. I think Webull is for like people that are a little bit more intelligent. Like if you want to be a trader and you're looking at either Robinhood or Webull, I think a big brain would use Webull and a small brain would use Robinhood. Because Robinhood is just so easy. It's just like there's no thought. You just swipe up and buy stocks, or you swipe up and you sell stocks, right? Webull's got charts and news and financial statements and all that. So in my mind, I'm like, there's a lot more small brains that like to gamble than big brains. So if I was to choose one of the brokers as an investment, I would probably go with Robinhood. This will be the actual. Okay, apparently Bitcoin's crashing this year. Hope people take my warning seriously. Strongman, forgot I told people to buy silver before it ran, even told Dan. Oh, now you were bullish silver. Watching the dong drop. Did anyone here go out and produce things for a customer today? I did. It is tax season. It's going to get crazy. Once it starts to pick up, I'm going to have to drop the midday stream and the e-begging stream. There's no way I can do this and do people's taxes. Wait, Gil, you calling for a Bitcoin crash now? Last month you spent a week telling Strongman he just didn't understand Bitcoin, but you finally did. It's been trading in the same range for last month. What changed? He's a clown. That's what changed. Oh, wow. Look at this. Thank you. What are your thoughts on the Ferrari ticker symbol race? All right, we'll check out Ferrari, and then we're going to close this out because I want to. I need a break before the e-bag stream. All right, let's go check out Ferrari. I muted myself. Let me go check. Let me open a incognito tab here because I got disgusting psychotic stalkers.
Why did you search that? What's wrong with you?
All right, race stock. All right, Ferrari 341 stock, 60 billion market cap on trailing revenue of 8.31 billion, trailing net income of 1.88 billion. They got a PE ratio of 32 and a forward PE of 30 with a dividend, a 1% dividend, which is not a crazy high dividend. Analysts say it's a strong buy with a price target of $495. So that's some pretty significant upside here. Year to date, it's sold off a little bit. In the past year, it's sold off about 21%. And in the past 5 years, it's sold off 60%. Okay, but it's had a decent run over the last 5 years. Okay. What does Ferrari do? Ferrari, through its subsidiaries, designs, engineers, and sale of luxury performance sports cars. I'm sure they make a bunch of money from crypto geniuses until they go bankrupt and then they have to get repoed. Wow. Look at this. Wow. Look at their race cars. Formula One, endurance, esports. I don't know anything about racing. I have zero interest in NASCAR. I have zero interest in racing. I just don't care. And I honestly have zero interest in sports cars. I mean, they're pretty nice cars, though. Okay. I mean, they are nice looking cars. I would never buy one, though. Ever. I would never buy one. That's an ugly car. I'm sure that's the GTO. I'm sure that's a classic car, but looks kind of ugly to me. All right, so we all know what Ferrari does. All right, let's go check out the financials. How they've been doing? Okay, operating revenue, pretty solid growth. 5 years ago, they had a billion of revenue in that first quarter. And they've increased that to 1.7 billion of revenue. They have other revenue here. I'm not sure what this is, but not really a crazy amount of growth. Total revenue, I mean, pretty solid growth. Most recent quarter, 7.4%. Let's look at margins. Gross margin, pretty solid in the 50s. I mean, it's a luxury car, so obviously a highly profitable car company. So very solid margins and decent revenue growth. That's a good combination. Insanely high operating margins, and they've actually been improving. You know, a couple of years ago, they were trading in the mid 25s, 24, 22, and now they're getting up to 30, 30, 28. So improving operating margins. Profit margin also improving. Pretty good. Very solid free cash flow margins, 25, 26. Everything looks good so far. Are they buying back shares? Yep, they're slowly buying back shares. Not a crazy dividend either. Let's look at interest expense. Do they have any interest expense? So the most recent quarter, their interest expense was 10 million. What's the currency here? 10 million euros out of 499 million of operating income. So the interest expense is basically non-existent. Non-existent. Let's see. Let's look at their balance sheet. Okay, 1.3 billion euros, almost 1.4 billion of current cash and cash equivalents. 4.7 billion euros of current assets. They got some finance. Okay, so they do loans and leases. They've been originating some debt so they have a financing division. They have inventory. Let's see. Short-term debts, 1.9 billion euros. Nothing crazy there. Okay, so liquidity seems pretty solid. Long-term assets. They got about 2 billion of property, plant, and equipment. They've continued to invest in property, plant, and equipment. It's been going up pretty consistently. Goodwill. This is from acquisitions, so it's stayed the same the whole time. No acquisitions in the last 5 years. Other intangible assets, steady increase, trademarks, patents, et cetera, et cetera. Debt. They got 1.3 billion euros of long-term debt, and then long-term debt from their financing division of 773 million. Why are they taking out long-term debt for their financing division? That's interesting. But their debt is not a problem. It's not a problem. I mean, if you look at the interest expense, it's nothing compared to their operating income. So I wouldn't worry about their debt at all. Okay. Pension. They have a pension plan. Wow. That's kind of rare. Maybe it's more common in Europe. Okay, so solid balance sheet, no real major debt issues. I don't know why their financing division took on long-term debt. Operating cash flow has been going ballistic. It's been massively increasing. They're doing pretty well. Mostly steady capital expenditures, nothing crazy there. Buying up some intangibles, okay. Paying off some debt, buying back shares. I mean, the debt's not an issue. Let's look at the news. What is the most recent top news stories for Ferrari stock? Stock hits 52-week low. Okay. New 3.5 billion euro buyback program. Okay, nothing wrong with that. They got plenty of cash to do that. 2026 outlook and reset year analysis. Analysts are framing 2026 as a critical year for Ferrari to prove its brand strength against a high valuation. I mean, that's not a crazy high valuation. I mean, compared historically, let's go look at the valuation before. So historically, the PE has ranged from, high 50s during the clown market to mid 40s or mid to high 40s, some 50s. So it's not like insanely valued. Price to sales, 7.25. Price to operating cash flow, 22. It's like the lowest it's been in 5 years. Price to free cash flow, 27.98, lowest it's been in 5 years. I mean, it doesn't seem insane to me. Look at that return on equity, 41.68%. Return on assets, 13%. It's actually been improving. Return on equity, has been improving. I mean, clown market kind of distorts it, but it has been improving. Return on investing capital has actually been improving too. Return on capital employed. All the metrics are improving. Earnings yield has gone up. It's the highest it's been in 5 years. I mean, can you get wrecked on this? Maybe, but let's see. All right. HSBC downgraded Ferrari to hold from buy, citing limited upside and shifting focus to the F80 model mix. Concerns have been raised regarding the F1 team's 2026 approach, with some commentators warning it could impact brand perception. Why? Let's look at the luxury car market. How much is the luxury car market projected to grow in the next 10 years? All right, the luxury car market is expected to grow at a CAGR of 6.5% to 7.3%. Okay. Asia Pacific region is projected to be the fastest growing market. Okay. What are the largest players in the luxury car industry by percentage? All right, BMW, I guess. Mercedes, Audi, Tesla. They don't even mention Ferrari in here, but I think it's okay. I mean, I'm not going to buy it, but is the brand collapsing? Is it over for Ferrari? I don't think so. I mean, it seems like they're, at least if AI is accurate here, seems like pretty decent projected growth for the luxury car market. I'm not against it necessarily. So, seems kind of solid. Okay. But thank you for your generous super chat. I appreciate it. All right. You think 3:30 is good? Yeah, we'll see. I'll test out 3 o'clock tomorrow because I'd rather just close it off right after the market closes instead of like hanging out. Strongman, and it gives me time to cook dinner too. That's another thing. If I have to cook, if I'm done at roughly at 4, I can get dinner done by 5, eat dinner, and then go do the eBeg stream. Strongman, I have an idea where viewers can buy a video from you and pay a little extra, and you buy their single stock in VT on the same day. Decide on when you want to come back and check it and compare. You think people are going to pay me to buy a stock? I mean, I get if you gave me money, I guess I would. That's the conditions, but at some point I'm going to sell it. So you need to specify how long I have to hold it for. I find when I stop tanning in the you know what, I get less. I'm like, why is this child looking in my house right now? Just got up, set 8 at 240 pounds bench press. I can bench strong, man. You can. You're a strong boy. All right. Thank you for your donation, good sir. All right, guys. I think that's it. I'm going to go eat dinner, and then we will start the e-begging stream. Probably at 5:30. We'll go till 7. And then Daddy's got 2 tax consultations and then some apple juice to consume. Like, subscribe. Consider joining as a member to support the channel. Also consider booking a free, and I mean free, 30-minute tax consultation with me. I am a certified public accountant and would gladly do your business and or personal taxes any state in the United States. You can talk to me for free. I give you upfront fixed quotes, and I'll do your taxes like a boss. You can find and book a free 30-minute consultation with me in the pinned comment at the conclusion of this video. See you guys in a little bit. Cheers.